What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back again with another video. Eagle Talks Football. Let's get into it. We got a lot to discuss today. Of course, you guys have already heard Arsenal are currently in the situation where January transfer window hasn't even opened yet, and we've already agreed to sign two Ecuadorian twins, a set of twins from Ecuador that are highly rated. One is a number 10, one is a right winger. They both can interchange. They both can play the same position. And of course, they are from that historic club, Independiente del Villa over there, that's produced the likes of Caicedo and, of course, what's his name? Hincapié. And, of course, we're going to be talking about William Saliba and the injury updates to all the injured players. Mikel Arteta did have a press conference, so we're going to discuss everything he mentioned in the press conference. And, of course, we're going to have to talk about none other than Lewis-Skelly and some of the stuff around Lewis-Skelly. Plus, we might as well just do what lineup we think we're going to play versus Brentford. But yeah, hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button, and let's get this show started the right way. As you guys already know, Eagle Talks Football. Where's the intro? Bye. Yes, people. So where do we begin? Do we begin with the Academy kids? Do we begin with MYLES Lewis-Skelly talk? Or do we begin with the injury updates? You know what? I think I'm going to end off with the injury updates. I think I'm going to keep the MYLES Lewis-Skelly stuff for later. Let's start with the exciting stuff. The Academy boys. The Academy boys. The twins. The Quintero twins. These guys have been highly rated. Edwin and Holger Quintero, might I say. They're the ones that we're going to be discussing today. And let's get straight into it by just typing in the two players' names. And of course, Fabrizio Romano is the first one on the job, or one of the first ones on the job. He's not the first person to break the story, to be fair. It was actually another gentleman who first broke the story. It was James, Ali James over here from ESPN. He was the first one to break the story. He reported it yesterday. He said that Arsenal agreed a deal in principle to sign the Ecuadorian twins, Edwin and Holger Quintero from Independiente del Villa. They both, when they turn 18 in 2027, they will be joining. The players are in London to complete and finalize the deals. And this is big news. The reason why it's big news, these two players are highly touted youngsters that are highly rated across European football and, of course, in South America. Ecuador is producing some very talented players as of late. And as we already know, Ecuador has produced some quality players lately. Specifically, this club specifically right here, if I just type them in and I show you some of the past players that they've produced, players from if I just show you some of the players that they have produced that have come through this academy, you're going to see players. One second. Academy. Past players that came through their academy. You got Moises Caicedo. Of course, you got Hincapié. You got this gentleman here. What's his name and who does he play for? He plays for Chelsea's Strasbourg. So yeah, you got a couple talents that they've produced, but they're known for being a place that's produced. They produced Pacho, who plays for PSG, of course. They produced this gentleman who plays for currently. Does he play for a club? Oh yeah, he did play mostly in his career in South America, and of course we know Hincapié. So that's just some of the players that they've produced, to be fair, right? And to bring it back to Edwin and this guy, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I did not know too much about them, but I watched a couple of videos, and I'm going to play a couple of these videos for you because this man right here is one of my go-tos. This man right here is one of my go-tos when it comes to scouting stuff. He has a lot of different. He's done. Him and Ben are one of my go-tos. So let's just check it out. What he has to say.
How many truly great twins have we seen in football? Because I genuinely think these Ecuadorian twins have the potential to be the best set of all time. The only twins that have reached the top level are the De Boer brothers. But what I'm seeing from Edwin and Holger Quintero is something else. Edwin is a penetrative, athletic winger who plays on the right, but he's left-footed, so always wants to cut inside and combine with those in midfield. He's got that innate, graceful, athletic ability so that he knows he can stand up a fullback, and as soon as they bite, he can just beat them for pace and skill. But what I love most about Edwin Quintero is he's not confined to a certain area. He's happy to drift infield. He's happy to hold the width at times. His build reminds me a little bit of Madueke in terms of he's quite tall and lanky, but really quick and really, really technical. Now, Holger is more of a midfield orchestrator. He's someone who plays in the 10, who knows when to speed up play and when to slow it down. He's the kind of player you want all of your play to go through. He's such an intelligent footballer where he knows when to keep it ticking, but he can also change the picture so well with a really well-disguised pass through the lines, which changes everything. He's great in tight spaces, but he's also got that kind of Musiala-esque ability to drift out wide and also take on a fullback 1v1. The thing I love most about these two is they combine that street football-esque play with really effective and incisive attacking output. Like, as soon as you see them play together, you already see they have that twin telepathy, which is just insane to see in real life, let alone on a football pitch. And because they're both opposite-footed, Holger's happy to drift out wide while Edwin cuts inside and vice versa. And so the interchanging relationship is just insane to watch. They're so flary, but also so aware of where the other one's going to be at all times. It's almost a bit of a cheat code to have them on the same pitch. Because imagine growing up your whole life playing with someone. The relationship is built so strong that you just know exactly what the other's going to do at all times. So I really hope they actually follow each other to their next club, because I just want to watch these two play together for their whole careers. Because imagine just having two twins on your team. I genuinely think both of these guys have world-class potential, and anyone who's heard of them will know that. But if you haven't, go and YouTube them right now, because they're Neymar-esque.
Very exciting to hear all of that from a person who monitors these things and checks them out. Another person who checks out these things is Rising Stars, and Rising Stars has more to say about Edwin rather than Holger, and specifically breaks down Edwin at the age of 16, just 2 hours ago, going down, speaking about Edwin, speaking about his position, where he plays. He plays on the right wing, plays an attacking midfielder, all of these things. But the main thing is that he speaks about how creative he is. You can pause the video and read all of this if you'd like, but there's numerous different things. But another thing is he also mentions the fact that there's another gentleman who's 16 years old that's gone to Chelsea. There's also the two brothers, and it just doesn't stop there. This club has produced so many top talents, and they're now becoming a normal stop for European teams to go and buy players from them. So it's very interesting. Next, we have Ben, who's another person who was speaking about this just in August of this year, speaking about the fact that this club has produced so many talented players, and that they have to look at some of the players that they've produced in the past, some of the quality that they've produced, and now they're going to be producing more with Edwin and his brother Holger. And it looks like Arsenal are now going to be signing both of them. Arsenal are going to be signing Edwin and Holger. We're going to get them two signed up, and it's just going to be amazing to have two brothers who can play in the 10 and the right wing and interchange, and the consistency that they can show. But the main thing is I want to show you guys a little bit of clips of these guys playing, and just let me know what you guys think about the clips of them playing, because I do think these guys have the potential to go on and kick on and do something special. We need to just wait and see, though. But it is exciting to see anytime the club sign a young, highly touted player. It does get you excited. It does make you think, you know, what the possibilities could be with said players or player. So in this situation right here, I'm going to try showing you a couple clips of the two brothers. And there's one that's 6 minutes long. I'm not going to show the 6 minute long video, but I'm going to show about 1 minute and 40 seconds of the first one, and then another 1 minute and 40 seconds of the second one. Just let me know what you guys think. Let's see. Let's check it out and let me know what you guys think while we're here. Turn the music off. Let me know what you guys think. So this is Holger. This is the number 10. This is not Edwin. This is the younger brother. Holger, and you can see he's more of a midfielder. 1 second, just want to make sure I have it. No, that's Edwin. I knew it right away when I messed up. Yeah, that's Edwin. He plays on the right. Edwin's the one that plays on the right. He's the more highly touted player. He's the one that they consider the better talent. They compare him to the next Neymar and everything. Honestly, it's tough to tell which one's which. They're basically identical twins. But let's check it out. So you can see here he's playing on the wing. He cuts inside. He's left-footed, so he loves to cut inside. He's very skillful, very talented. Okay. Look at him chipping, trying to just get over the player by using high balls. Neymar-esque moves. Jogo Bonito moves out here. He's literally toying with his opponents, gliding past them for fun. It's crazy to just watch clips of a 16-year-old thinking this guy's going to be playing for Arsenal in like 3 years' time. Maybe 2 years' time, to be fair. At the age of 18, they can play for Arsenal. Currently 16. Shots from distance. Another shot from distance. Let's see what he does here. Simple. At this age, you can tell when somebody's talented how much better they are than everybody else. It's not even comparable. It's just not even comparable. When they're this young, they just toy with people. Yeah, when they're this young, they can't even play with people their age. They have to play with people older than them because they're just too good. You gotta play like under 21s or 19s. But I don't know how the system goes over there in Ecuador. But yeah, so that's Edwin. And there's a video here of Holger that's pretty long, but I'm not going to play the whole video. I'll play like a couple minutes. There's some impressive moments that I wanted to show you guys. Let's get into it. So the thing about this guy is he plays more central, so he's going to be on the ball more. He's going to be more closer to goal. You're going to see him be a lot more direct, making splitting passes and picking up the ball from deep and driving. He can play on the wing also. He's also a very tricky player. And he's not as rated as high as his brother Edwin. He's not rated as high as his brother. The camera quality is not that good. I need to find a better like highlight package. But usually because the footage is like Bundesliga or Champions League level quality players that we're signing, we're not able to see footage. But since this is like low quality footage and I don't have to worry about copyright necessarily. But since I've already played somebody else's video that had music in it earlier, I probably look at this guy. Oh my God. And he walked straight past the keeper. Oh, he should have scored. How did he not score that? He did everything. He didn't take the shot. Pretty much won a foul there. Yeah, no, you get the point. There's not much more to talk about. I could probably find you guys more highlights and more clips, but it won't do them justice because they're still very young. We still don't know what they're fully capable of when they get older. We'll see though. There's a lot of highlights of Max Dowman, of this guy. I'm excited for Arsenal's young future. And this is not the only player we've signed that's quite young. We signed that guy from Tranmere Rovers also. So there you have it. 2 youngsters, Edwin and Holger Quintero from Independiente over there in Ecuador. Same place that produced Caicedo and Hincapié. And it's just very exciting to see Arsenal going in the direction of getting some young up-and-coming players. Somebody in the chat said earlier, we're copying Chelsea. I wouldn't say we're copying Chelsea per se. I would say more, we're just doing what every club does, goes and gets some young players. We've always been getting young players. Shamrock Rovers, yeah, that's the guy. Went and got Shamrock Rovers. He got 2 years away from being 2 years away. It's unfortunate that Bruno Caboclo never actually worked out. I remember when he got drafted, Masai said he's not ready. There people said in the draft he's 2 years away from being 2 years away. That was funny. But yeah, the Raptors are doing good, man. Too bad we lost to the Knicks. But yeah, they are 16. Lots of good players at 16 who don't make it. to pros. We'll see. We'll see. At the end of the day, we're getting them in the system. So by the time they're 18, they're here and they're ready to go. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Next, let's talk about Arsenal, and let's get straight into, you know what? Let's go to Miles Lewis-Skelly next. Miles Lewis-Skelly to Chelsea. This right here has some people thinking, what the hell are we talking about? Why are we talking about Miles Lewis-Skelly to Chelsea? Well, the rumor has that Miles Lewis-Skelly, Chelsea are trying to convince Miles Lewis-Skelly to join them. Yes, Chelsea are trying to get Miles Lewis-Skelly away from Arsenal. They're trying to prize him away from Arsenal, and it does look like this is a reality. There is a situation where we could potentially lose him. Right now, I'm not too worried. He just signed a new deal. It's not the end of the end of the line. We don't have to worry yet. But Chelsea have been lurking around to see if they can get Miles Lewis-Skelly. They're keen and interested in signing Miles Lewis-Skelly. There is a lot of rumors floating around about Miles Lewis-Skelly to Chelsea, but from what I've heard, everything that I've read, it's basically Chelsea are interested. They can offer him game time. They can offer him minutes. They can prefer to play him in the midfield rather than just be cover for Cucurella. And he's currently just being used at Arsenal as just a left back. This is one of the main reasons why they're trying to prize him away. They view him as a midfield option as well as a left wing option, left back option. And I think Miles Lewis-Skelly would be interested in playing in the midfield more. But at the same time, I don't think he would be too interested in leaving Arsenal for Chelsea yet. It doesn't make sense when he's just gotten over 50 plus appearances for Arsenal. He's still very young. And of course, Miles Lewis-Skelly, there's no guarantee that they're going to be actually invested in your development if you were to join Chelsea. Doesn't matter how much you sign for. Well, yes, you're 19 years old, and yes, you're a very highly talented player. Doesn't guarantee you make a move that everything's going to work out. At Arsenal, you have a clear pathway. You're already in the first team. You're literally one injury away from playing every single game. Why would he just go and up and leave Arsenal right now? He's one Calafiori injury away from starting every single game, in my opinion. And last season, he still finished the season pretty much playing how many games? How many games did he play at the age of 18? He played 10 games in the Champions League. He played 5 games in the League Cup. He played, 23 games in the league. He played almost 40 games last season in all competitions in the Premier League. So, with Arsenal. So it's not like he's not going to get game time. I don't get why this whole rumor even came about or where it came about from. But if anything, I understand why Chelsea would be interested in the player. I understand Thomas Tuchel in the English camp wanting him to get more game time. But if he was to leave Arsenal today to go to Chelsea, it's not guaranteed that he's going to start over Cucurella, and there's no guarantee he starts in the midfield. So to me, in a team that has way more midfield options, he probably has a better chance of cutting his teeth in the midfield at Arsenal, and he already is right there and thereabouts in the Arsenal first team. I think I wouldn't say it would be a bad career move to go to Chelsea, but I just would say I don't know if it would be, I don't know if I don't know if they'd have his best interest at heart if he went to Chelsea. If he went to Chelsea, he would be another player or another piece to the puzzle. Where at Arsenal, it would mean more. I know I'm saying, oh, you'd mean more. We're also in a better position right now. Let's be honest. We're currently in a better position, and he's still not too far out of the first team picture. If he was going to Manchester United or Everton or something like that, where he would start right away, maybe that would make more sense. But it's not. He's not making this. Chelsea are the ones making this evidently known that they want the player. Miles Lewis-Skelly's camp have not spoken about this. They agreed a new deal just recently. So I think this is bullshit. But from the person who reported it caught offside, you can't take it too serious. You can't take it too serious. But I did need to speak about it because it was being spoken about heavily over the last coming days because we were playing Chelsea. Now, since we played Chelsea, I've seen a lot of people talking about the Chelsea game, and I think some of you guys have been disingenuous. We don't know what would have happened if Saliba was there. We don't know what would have happened if Caicedo stayed on the pitch. We don't know what would have happened if, Ifs, ands, or buts. All we know is what did happen. Chelsea played well. Chelsea defended their home well, and this was the number two team in the Premier League against the number one team in the Premier League, and those tend to be tough games. You don't tend to see too many times where the number one team and the number two team face off, and it's like a blowout. But hey, Chelsea held us to 1 point, held us to a draw after 10 men, and I know a lot of people are like, it's 10 men, you should beat them. But at the same time, Chelsea played well defensively. They did their thing. And Arsenal, we found it hard to break them down. And sometimes, even with 10 men, you find it hard to break teams down. But I did think it was a big miss that we didn't have either Gabriel or Saliba, because they're a big part of our build-up play, especially Saliba. And hopefully he can be back in the coming days. I'm going to speak about that right now, as Mikel Arteta had a press conference and he spoke about Saliba and he addressed all these things in the press conference. So let's go look at that right now. It's not a big deal. City and Chelsea will drop points too, 100%. The thing is, the reason why they're looking at Arsenal dropping points is because of past league title races where we drop points. But if we go to Arteta's press conference and we go to the injury updates, let's do that. What's the latest on the injuries? He said Saliba had 1 second. Where is it? Here we go. So yeah, let's just go here. I was going to play the audio for you guys, but it's okay. I'm not going to be able to help too much today. We have around what? Here we go. So he says he had a little niggle, so he thinks it's going to be a matter of days. Let's see if he's able to be ready tomorrow. He spoke about Leandro Trossard. He said Leandro Trossard, it's a matter of days. So Leandro Trossard is also going to have a couple days where we're going to have to wait and see. So that I don't know if he's going to be ready either. He said that Kai Havertz is a few weeks. So Kai Havertz is not going to be ready yet, but in a few weeks, he could be. Next week, maybe, he could be back. He says Gabriel Magalhaes is also about weeks, not ready yet. We're going to have to wait and see. Arteta also spoke about the fans and said to the fans, everyone at the Emirates is going to have to beat Brentford. It's vital and it's massive. Basically, he wants the fan base to be ready and to go. And he also spoke about rest. He said we'll manage individuals, and of course we're going to have to manage everything. He spoke about Ben White, and he said there's an opportunity for everyone, as I said, because a lot of people have been asking about Ben White, if he's going to get game time. They ask him about some silly stuff about time wasting. He spoke about Mikel Moreno, and he says, as a striker, honestly, he's been vital for us as a striker. On why he signed Christian Norgard, I think Norgard's going to start this game, to be fair. He brings something that we don't have in the squad, and I'm very happy with him. And what else is there? There's not too much more to be said. Kai Havertz setback, Ben White being a lighthouse. He spoke about the Chelsea game quickly, and he spoke about how Mascara played well. And what else? What else did he speak about in this situation? Yeah, the Premier League. First thing you need to do is be aggressive. I don't think it's going to be something that teams are going to change, and you take certain extremes. And it should be first action of the game, kick off Mascara. Yeah, that's true. They went straight at the center backs to try to attack them. First kick of the game. And then, okay, on one ankle, it was really random, very unlucky action, but keep him out for a few weeks. He tried at Anfield. What the hell is he talking about? What the hell is this?
Well, the ankle one. It was a really random and a very unlucky action that kept him out for a few weeks. He tried at Anfield. He wasn't comfortable, and he had to stay away in this one as well. Very bizarre, but hopefully it will be a matter of days.
Oh, okay. So it might be a re-aggravation of the same ankle injury. And that ankle injury that he had before during the Anfield game, he might just re-aggravated it. But they're drawing similarities to that injury. That's what this is. Okay, now I get it. But yeah, before we go, guys, I am going to speak quickly about the Brentford game. I'm a City fan, and I think that was a good point for Arsenal. Best team in the world. I can't see Arsenal dropping many points. I got to start my potty, gal. You're my inspiration. Can you read and whisper to? Basically, shout out to you, my brother. Hope you enjoy your journey as a podcaster, and hope you do well. Shout out to you, Tony. Hope you guys do well. And yeah, before we go, I'm gonna head over to Husam's channel. But before I do that, I just want to quickly check this out. So the game against Brentford, I want to ask you guys in the comment section what your lineup would be. Obviously, Raya is going to be in goal. Who would you guys put as your right back, left back, center back pairing? If Saliba and Gabriel are out, we know Hincapié and Thing are starting. So let me just go to this lineup here. 1 second. Would you guys make some changes to the lineup before we go any further? Would you guys make any changes? I'm thinking, would Ben White be? I don't think Ben White's going to start this game, but maybe because it's Brentford, Norgard could start this game, and you go Declan Rice, Norgard. You instead of Martinelli, you can start the game with Eze on the left, and you can play Odegaard through the middle, and then you have both Madueke and Martinelli off the bench that can make a difference, and then Saka, Moreno, and everybody else will thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I was thinking. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm thinking just slight changes, slight tweaks, not too many. Would you start Lewis-Skelly in the case that Calafiori is not 100% fit? I'm not really considering Ben White as a start. I'm only thinking to just bring in Norgard. I'm thinking this is my starting team for this game. Am I crazy? Let me know what you guys think. Would you start Martinelli? Would you start Madueke? Would you change this team? I think people would say Odegaard coming back, starting right away at home. Maybe give him at least 45 minutes like he did against Chelsea. Now he can start. I don't know. What's your logic? Let me know, guys, because I'm going to probably have to wrap it up now. I'm going to go on to Husam's channel, but I'm thinking this is my team versus Brentford. Let me know in the comment section if you disagree or agree. And I'm pretty much out of here. There's not much more to be said. It's a quick video. I just wanted to speak about the youngsters, the Chelsea and Lewis-Skelly talk, and of course, everything else. And that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Love for the love, people. You already know what it is. And peace. Don't know.